All right, let's get right into it. Patch 39.2 is live. And folks, this is not just a little balance patch. No. This is a complete teardown and rebuild of the PUBG endgame. Everything you think you know about getting that chicken dinner, well, it's about to change. So let me just ask you this straight up. Is your go-to endgame strategy completely obsolete now? Because I'm betting that after we go through these changes, the answer for a lot of you is going to be a resounding yes. The old way of playing those final circles, it's gone. Okay, let's start with the absolute biggest change, the one everyone's talking about. Erangel's brand new endgame threat, the satellite crash. This isn't just some little map event, you guys. This is a full-on disruption designed to make those final phases way more chaotic and way more deadly. So here's the deal. This new special zone is going to spawn 4 times per match. You'll get this big, unmissable warning right on your screen, and you can even see where the crashes are going to happen on the map before they hit. This forces you to start thinking about your late-game rotation immediately. Now, this is where it gets spicy. When that satellite comes down, it breaks apart into these modules that create blue zone spheres. And if you get caught in one, look at that number. You're taking a flat 10 damage per second. That is not something you can just ignore or med through. It's a serious, serious threat. And this right here perfectly sums up the new dynamic. It's all about risk versus reward. The crash sites, they are incredibly dangerous. You've got those 10 DPS spheres, you've got the damage from the actual impact, and you've got every team in the lobby converging on your position. But the reward? Well, this is the only place you can get your hands on the 2 brand new meta-defining items, the Frost Zone Bomb and the Thermal Protection Suit. Speaking of those rewards, let's talk about the first one, the Frost Zone Bomb. I am calling it right now. This is going to be your new favorite zoning tool. It is purpose-built to break stalemates and give aggressive squads a massive advantage. To put it simply, it's a blue zone in your pocket. You throw it, it creates this huge freezing sphere, and suddenly you have the power to force enemies out of any position you want. They either move or they die. It's that simple. And when I say huge, I'm not kidding. This thing has a maximum radius of 20 meters. 20! Think about that for a second. You can completely flush out an entire compound or deny a massive piece of cover in the final circle with just one throwable. That is insane. And here's the number that really matters. If you thought 10 DPS from the satellite was bad, this is a whole other level. The Frost Zone Bomb deals a brutal 14 damage per second. You cannot tank this. You cannot out-heal this. You move or you're heading straight back to the lobby. Of course, all that game-winning power comes with a price. It has a weight of 40. Now that is a significant amount of your inventory space, so you're going to have to make a choice. Do you carry that extra stack of 5.56, more smokes, or do you bet it all on this endgame-winning bomb? That's the new strategic layer. So let's really analyze the tactical shift here. This single item completely changes how you attack fortified positions. You can now force players out from behind unbreakable cover, shatter those annoying late-game stalemates where nobody moves, and totally block another team's path into the final zone. It's the ultimate punishment for campers. Now, you can't have a powerful new weapon without a new way to defend against it. So let's talk about surviving the cold with the new Thermal Protection Suit. This is going to be the essential piece of gear for dealing with all this new blue zone damage flying around. Its job is simple, but it is vital. It blocks a certain amount of blue zone damage, and it also prevents that freezing visual effect. And what's really cool is that the suit's appearance actually degrades as it takes damage, giving you and your enemies a clear visual cue of how much juice it has left. Now, for you competitive players, this is the most important part. Pay attention to how this new suit interacts with the jammer pack. As you can see, the protection stacks, but the durability gets used up in a very specific order. The jammer pack's energy is always used first. Only after that's totally gone does the thermal protection suit start to take a hit. This just made the jammer pack even more valuable. All right, let's step away from the chaos on Erangel for a minute and talk about a really nice quality of life update for Rondo. The devs want us fighting more and searching less, and here's exactly how they're making that happen. Okay, so here are the key changes. First, item spawns are being rebalanced to feel more like the other big maps, so more consistency there. Second, and this is a big one, secret rooms are getting a huge buff. We're talking more weapons, more attachments, more throwables, and finally, they're cutting back on the inflatable boat spawns, which, let's be honest, wasn't really a core part of anyone's strategy anyway. Okay, switching gears to something a little less flashy, but this is absolutely critical for every single competitive player watching. We have to talk about the mandatory security update that will literally lock you out of ranked mode if you don't do it. Let me make this crystal clear. The old SMS text message authentication you used to play ranked, it's gone. It has been totally removed and replaced with a new secondary password system. If you want to play ranked this season, this is not optional. You have to do this. And here is exactly how you do it. First, head over to the Career tab or the Ranked menu. You'll see a button that says Set Secondary Password. Click that. You will have to do the SMS authentication one more time, even if you've done it before. And finally, you just set a 6 to 8-digit numerical password. Do this right away so you're not stuck when your squad is ready to queue up. This quote from the developers really just sums up the whole philosophy of this patch. They are intentionally cranking up the danger. They want you to feel like you're in a truly unforgiving environment where every decision matters. It's all about making survival feel earned. So there you have it. Crashing satellites, throwable blue zones, the entire endgame has been reset. The old strategies are in the bin. So my question for you is, what's your new day one strategy? Are you going to be hunting down those frost bombs, or are you going to play it safe and avoid the crash sites? Drop your new game plan down in the comments. And hey, if you want to stay ahead of the meta, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We'll see you on the battlegrounds.